Get that energy level up. It's LA Live for Monday, May 13th, 2024. It's a Monday, Friday here in LA Live. Shout out to PPT. And there's Picasso, Picnic, and the third guy, I'm sorry, T. I just don't know who you are, bro. I apologize. But I like the music y'all did. LA Live is sponsored by Kissable Dental and their no-bill guarantee. Book online at kissabledental.com. Your kissable journey begins today, folks. And G-Bag the Day, we do it every weekday here on The Fan at 2:30. If you see anything floating out there, don't be afraid to hit me up at Lucky Lucius P on social media. Lucius Alexander on Facebook. And you can follow every last one of us if you find G-Bag Nation on Twitter. Yes, I still call it Twitter. Our winner right here is still champ. Former WFAN radio host Joe B. having some technical difficulties while trying to do his podcast. He kicks 2 cats out of his room. His 2 pet cats. And apparently, he had no idea he had these cats. He didn't know their names.
No, he didn't know their names. He didn't know the names at all.
Just a tremendous job. This thing, of course this would happen.
Of course.
Come on, baby. Come on. Gotta come up. Let's go.
She's down there making cookies.
That's Iggy. Because Dante's by the window. Let me get
God.
Dante.
Thing, and then stop recording. Why does this thing pop up like that? Where it covers the whole screen.
I don't know. Sometimes we get these pop-ups. Come on.
Probably clicks the window, sir.
There's no reason for it.
It's like your wife should have to do. He's confused.
I can't take it.
Yeah,
Come on.
Unbelievable.
Man.
I got to do this again?
All right, hold on. Cancel. All right, it's going.
All right, we're back. We had a little glitch here, so we want to apologize for everybody. Badingo, the Yoda Pain podcast. So let's get back to where we were. We're talking about Embiid and how overrated he is.
That last part is still so funny to me, bro.
That's the best part, dude. So good.
Who keeps calling me Capital One? Come on, get out of here. All right, let's get the vibes right. I also have some news bloopers on deck for you guys.
Yes.
Pretty good ones. I've been sitting on these for a second. But I want to talk to all the Kyles. Anybody know a Kyle out there? You need to be headed to Kyle, Texas, because they are attempting to break the world record for the largest gathering of people named Kyle. Their attempt is to break the world record for the largest same name, first name only gathering. It will happen May 18th. Go help your state, man, and help Kyle, Texas. Where's that out there? Where is that by?
Big goals. I don't know. I assume College Station, but
Waco.
Kyle Field.
Yeah,
Kyle Field. Googling. Kyle up.
San Marcos?
South. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Just north of San Marcos.
There we go. Let's see what else. This is the 5th attempt by the city of Kyle. So don't fail them this time, all right? Don't fail them.
they're really
attempt?
They do
It's
it every
their
year.
5th attempt,
big
dog.
dreams, man. Big
They're
goals.
trying, man.
The mayor
Hey,
needs
if you set your goals high enough, you don't always hit them.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and this is obviously a world record situation they're trying to pull off.
We need another bit.
Another bit is not working for Kyle?
No. The mayor needs to run on a different platform then. I promise you this year we're going to break that record. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, Mr. Mayor. Go away.
So if Bryan, Texas does this, you're not going to go out
No.
for the Bryans?
I used to live in Bryan.
Didn't like it?
No. I mean, I like Bryan, Texas. I lived in, but I'm not going to do
But
it.
I'm not going to show up for the Bryans.
Would you rather be in a crowd of Bryans
Lucius
or
just told us this is 5th time.
Crowd of
5th
Kyles?
time, man. Trying to fail. It's 2 things I hate.
Yeah.
All right.
10 dudes show up.
Some news bloopers on a Monday.
All at the diner.
On a Monday, Friday, so you feel good out here. Start the week off with some laughs. News reporter right here, they lose it when they're talking about a peacock vehicle at the Earth Day celebration. Apparently, you can jump in a little peacock and ride it around.
Come to Earth Day. You can take a ride in a peacock and enjoy the festivities.
All right, thank you, Tanya and Mike. Something that I'm excited about. There's about 4 miles of trails here that I want to come explore someday. Well, and I'm up here in Port St. Lucie.
Just hop in that parade float / peacock.
I love it. So you have to pedal the peacock, right, TA?
Say that again, Tanya. I'm sorry.
You pedal the Peacock. It's not. There's no motor to it, right?
Yeah, you pedal it. I thought you said you pet it. I was like, that can't be right. Yeah, you pedal it. Yeah.
Petting the pedal and the Peacock, and here we go. T.A. Walker, hey, listen, a lot of fun to be.
I don't know what you do at your house, Tanya.
Jeez, bro.
Kind of a reach.
Yeah, a little bit of a reach right there. A little bit of a reach. Hope he stretched before he did that. Let's go to the BBC.
Oh, I love this.
Where there's a report on a rapist.
Oh, no, I don't love that.
No.
I think.
BBC?
Plus, Pauline Hanson in court. Why the One Nation leader has been forced to fight claims that she is a rapist. Racist, I apologise, and correct, racist.
Racist. It's not a rapist, it's a racist.
It's like, pick, which one you want, man? Pick your poison on that one, huh?
Mix that up a bit.
Jeez.
Strong confident.
Yeah. Let's stay with the BBC right here. Reporter, she sounds like she's not a fan of a certain politician, or maybe it's just a slip up. I'm not sure. You know?
Also tonight, one of the Conservative Party's most prominent MPs from the 2019 intake, Lee Anderson, defects to Reform UK. As one of the last pricks in the whole so-called Tory Red Wall just crumbled away.
Yep.
Yep. Sneak that in there.
Oops. Yeah.
Sam Morril, comedian Sam Morril. Morril?
I think you're right.
Morril.
Okay, moral. I read it moral.
Of a bacon.
Listen, I see him all the time. I just don't pronounce his name,
dude,
on my timeline.
This guy just shows up and just makes a mockery of everything. Right?
Bro, I love this dude, and his crowd work is so good. Anyway, he's out there visiting Salt Lake City, Utah. He's got a show, and he just destroyed. This is morning television.
Yeah,
morning television, local news.
We're happy to have you, Sam.
It's good to be in Utah.
Oh, good. Because we hear that you love morning shows.
I do.
Yeah. And basketball.
My two favorite things.
Your two favorite things.
All right, last time I was here, I hooked up with a mother of 6, and that's the lowest number I could find in Salt Lake. That's not my fault.
Yeah, you just got a rim shot out of our audio guy.
I got one?
Yeah, you got
That's one.
Okay. So tell us a little bit. It's a class. It's called the Class Act Tour. Is that ironic?
Yes. No, it's a very low class show. I mean, it's
clearly
anything topical. I'm excited to talk about, like the P. Diddy stuff. I want to talk about.
Oh.
You know, the sexual harassment. Because I feel like in rap, it used to be like about who's the toughest, and now it's like in the '90s they're like, I'm gonna kill you, and now it's like they're like, I'll tell people you had sex with me.
Morning television, bro. Morning television.
That's a new way to bring a guy down, you know?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so
we should probably not go too far down that particular topic line right here. So let's talk though about
he's coming back for more.
You're going to do a Netflix special.
He didn't have sex with me. I want to make that clear.
Okay. I don't think we were going to ask.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
I'm not
but
gay.
now it's out there,
But
yeah.
just
I'm
just
straight.
know it's out there.
But that's not gay. He probably wanted the power, you know?
So our producer just gave us a time, 30 seconds.
Oh, no.
Come on. No, seriously, we want to help with your shows, too.
I can finish in 30 seconds. Just ask my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Damn.
That only encourages him if you laugh.
Okay, don't laugh.
Right.
Okay. Sam, you can come back.
I hope so.
Just not on the air.
hope so?
Just not on the air.
I love coming, so I hope I get to come back.
Jeez.
He made a mistake.
They ran him off.
I don't feel so good when he jokes.
Oh my gosh.
My man said, I love coming, so I can't wait to come back.
Wow, he did. Easy.
He said that, bro. He said that. Let's go to Memphis, where a Memphis reporter gets spooked by a kid walking up on her. And I understand, because this is Memphis, bro.
Yeah.
You can't walk up on nobody in Memphis. You got to make yourself be known, man.
Pride and joy, and that's what community members told me how they want to be represented. Now they're looking to do some more work here. They're wanting honey, what you want? What happened?
Excuse me, do you know where this girl is?
I don't. What girl?
She's like a little girl.
I don't. You scared me, honey. Don't do that no more. Just say, excuse me. Girl, you scared me.
What you want?
She was so scared. I don't blame her.
Gosh, made me jump.
Yeah. Let's see. How about this one? We've got a reporter struggling with the word cinematography.
Ooh, tough one.
The first movie is a cinematography.
Cinematographer. I can't even think of it.
We were going to wait and see how far you went with that, Zoe.
Cinematic
Come on.
masterpiece. There we go.
Old Zoe.
Oh, Zoe.
Old Zoe always
okay.
said, yeah.
Sometimes you just got to bail, man.
Yeah, you just got to let it go, man. People looking right at the screen didn't help her neither.
No.
Come on, man.
No.
Come on, help
Poor
me out,
teammates there.
I'm drowning right here. Drowning.
Is it cinnamon you're looking for?
Yeah. Look like an NFL team released some Swifties from its roster. Can you name the NFL team?
The team released Swifties, safeties. Wow, that was let's try that again. Safeties, Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs.
We can forgive you over that one, too. Taylor Swift has taken over the NFL.
No, you don't get a pass for that.
Come on.
No.
What else we got right here? Oh, the reporter took a tumble when reporting on the eclipse. Just took a little tumble, light work, light fall. Should be all right.
The festival runs from 10 to 5 on the day of the eclipse. Reporting at White River State.
That's I like this. A person that realizes the fall probably hurt. Listen.
Reporting at White River State.
We'll get back with her. Next up, do you like kittens? Yeah.
Sound like she might have fallen in the water there.
Yeah. That would hurt, bro.
Oh.
All her equipment too fell.
my knee.
Oh no.
Yeah. And last one right here, WPRI 12 in Rhode Island. And we had a car that crashed into a Dunkin' Donuts.
No.
Not the Dunkin'.
Yeah. And this kid's mom was working there apparently. And apparently this kid may have a future in stand-up.
The driver put the vehicle in drive instead of reverse, police say, and when he started going forward, he tried to hit the brake, but hit the gas instead. We spoke with a teen whose mother works in the building.
I'm happy she didn't get hit.
Yeah.
That would have not been good. I think they said like it was like a car malfunction. America doesn't just run on Dunkin', cars do too.
Oh wow. Cars do too. Yeah,
well done.
Yeah.
Well done, young man.
Yeah, he tried that one. He was sat on that for a minute.
Malfunction.
Yeah. All right, folks. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. That's my time. Enjoy the games tonight. We got 3 games on tonight, representing the home squad, baby. Yeah.
So good. What an amazing weekend. One of the best sports weekends you could get, winning 2 game 3s that are pivotal. Historically, very pivotal. You win game 3, you're in good shape. You win game 4 tonight, you can just about put that thing in cruise control,
90%.
brother.
There you go.
Okay, so we're fired up. Of course, Rangers baseball is coming up with the pregame at 6:30, the first pitch at 7 o'clock, and we're going to talk with Jared Sandler, go around the bases, brought to you by Uber Eats when we get back right here. It's the G-Bag Nation of the Fan. I want to chat Twin Peaks with you before we do anything else.
In with the G-Bag Nation, right here on 105.3 The Fan.
Welcome to the Nation.
Here we go. It's hour 5 of the G-Bag Nation on 105.3 The Fan. Hope you're having a fantastic day as Jared Sandler is set to join you here with Rangers baseball coming up pregame at 6:30. They're going to host the Guardians. And Jared Sandler is brought to you by Blue Nail Roofing. And Around the Bases is brought to you by Uber Eats. And he'll be with us here in just a second. As Lucius was mentioning in LA Live, it is a triple game night as you have Stars, you have Mavs, and you have Rangers baseball. And hopefully they can get this thing taken care of and get this 4-game losing streak reversed before more damage is done. Still 2 games above 500, not complaining, but definitely low point of the season, getting swept by the Rockies. And a good evening, Sands. How the heck are you?
Guys, I'm great. How are y'all?
We're doing good. We were talking with CY a couple of hours ago, and he said he hadn't seen the report on Evan Carter yet. Do you know what the deal is yet?
No, nothing yet. I don't know that we'll find out anything until either after the game or tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers played it safe, even if everything checked out and just said, hey, take the 10 days. We'll get you back in a week and a half. But obviously the hope is that, after he meets with a specialist, there's no need for any work to be done, just more a matter of rest.
Jared, here's my terrible question for you. I felt like that they wasted 3 really good starting pitcher performances in Colorado. I didn't know did you feel the same way? Or, I know you as a broadcaster, you probably can't comment on it, but I felt like, as a guy watching it, I felt like that they really got 3 really good ones and just didn't find a way to get it done there.
What do you mean I can't comment on it?
I didn't know. Like I said, I don't want to put you in a bad spot or anything like that. So.
No, the Rangers bats did not show up for the 3 games in Colorado. You're exactly right. They wasted, you get three starts and really just 3 pitching performances from the group, save for 1 bad inning on Saturday in Colorado, and you give up as few runs as they gave up in that place, and you're not able to score enough to win any of the games. No, that's a big disappointment. And I always come on and I know I'm the one who downplays the significance of a single game, and I do that for a reason. But at the end of the day, when you look back at 162, usually these things are decided by 1 or 2 games, and so when I downplay 1 game, it's the idea that hey, you're gonna. Maybe there's a game you gave away in April, but you also probably are going to steal a game in June, right? It's all going to – you want to be net positive there. But, you look back and the 3 games to Colorado, that's not going to break the season, right? The Rangers had stretches like that last year, a series, a collection of games. You're like, my goodness, that's not what good teams do. And then they go and they win the World Series. So, you're not going to bury the team after 3 games, but there's no doubt, Brian – they played the worst team in Major League Baseball, right? And they couldn't score. They scored 6 runs in 3 games. Yeah. That's absolutely, a really poor showing by the bats.
Has Corey busted his slump?
He's definitely hitting the ball a lot better and a lot harder. He's reached base in 9 straight. He got yesterday's game was a weird one. Had the Rangers not lost the first 2 games of the series, I think you could probably have a little bit of a different narrative to yesterday's game. The Rangers had 9 hits. They scored just 1 run. You're typically going to score more than 1 run on 9 hits. And Corey Seager hit a ball that would have been a home run in most of the ballparks in Major League Baseball. Brenton Doyle made a Gold Glove caliber play to take away what would have been a 2-run double. And the Rangers lost. And the Rockies yesterday, honestly, I know we always look at it through the lens of our team. And the Rangers scored 1 run. That's not acceptable. But that was a game the Rockies won because they played sensational defense.
Yeah.
However, when you've lost the first 2 games of the series, it's a lot tougher to just, chalk it up to that. All that to go back to your question, Eric, Corey's been hitting the ball hard, right? It's one thing if you're dinking and dunking hits in, and, hey, you're not going to complain or apologize about that. but he's been hitting the ball a lot harder. He looks more like the Corey Seager of last year in that regard, and I think that's exciting, and hopefully will help this lineup get back to scoring runs a little more consistently, because they certainly need to do that.
Well, Adolis would certainly help. I mean, is this kind of just what we've typically seen every year from Adolis, where he's got a hot streak and then maybe there's a little bit of a dip? But I think I saw he's 10 for 64 without a multi-hit game since Atlanta.
Yeah, he's had a really rough stretch. That road trip was not a good road trip for him, and. Yeah, you're right. No multi-hit games since Atlanta. A lot of swinging and missing, and a lot of first pitch chasing. He's always going to be aggressive. That's a part of his game, and not everyone is. Evan Carter's a really patient hitter, and that's okay. That's what works for him. Nathaniel Lowe's a really patient hitter. That's what works for him. Corey Seager's really aggressive. I think a lot of times people get upset when a guy swings to the first pitch and he is retired. But certain guys, they are better. When they have a more aggressive approach. But what you don't want to do is give away any gifts on 0-0. That's where be aggressive, but be aggressive in the zone. And he has given away some at-bats from the start because he puts himself in a bad spot by chasing on the first pitch of the at-bat. I think his first pitch chase rate is top 5 in baseball, and that's not a number or that's not a ranking in which you want to be in the top 5. So he is streaky, though. We've seen this for the last 3 years. He's going to go through stretches where you just feel like he's not going to put the ball in play. You don't have that level of confidence. Then he goes through stretches where you're wondering, is he going to hit it 400 feet or 450 feet? And right now he's in one of these stretches where he's just not able to consistently put something together at the plate. But, he's, like I said, he's done this before, and hopefully he'll snap out of it, and they obviously need him to snap out of it soon. The Guardians are a good team. They pitch the ball really well, and the Rangers tend to always score a few more runs when Adolis is not in one of these droughts.
Jared Sandler with us here on The Fan. When it comes to Leody Taveras, do you have more confidence in him at the plate right now than you do in the field? I mean, has he regressed in the outfield, or is that an overstatement? I'm wondering what's going on.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think, defensively, the misplay in Colorado, which was a few minutes removed from him making a tremendous play, it's frustrating, right? I think there's certain guys where when they don't perform at a high level defensively, you kind of think, all right, well, hey, I mean, they're in the lineup for their bat, or that's not their strength. But Leody's a guy who he should be a Gold Glove caliber defender. He has shown over the last couple of years a hesitancy, an inconsistency when going back on balls near the wall. And I know that the team wants him to be aggressive. They want him to be confident being aggressive. Well, unfortunately, that missed fly ball in shallow center field against Colorado, he was being aggressive. He did exactly what they want. He got handcuffed or whatever happened. He didn't make the play. And in a vacuum, all right, that's going to happen. But the reason you're asking this question, Eric, is because it seems a little too often that we are watching a game and think, gosh, that's a play that, I feel like he should make, right? And so, yeah, has he regressed? I guess statistically speaking, he's not on track to have the type of statistical season defensively. So I guess in that regard, yes. But I don't know that his abilities have regressed. I think it's just he's gotten off to a slow start defensively. It hasn't been a major liability or anything, but I just think you got such a high bar for him. I think he has set a standard where, all right, maybe he's not going to be a Gold Glove finalist, but you feel really good about him in center field. And this year, it's just been inconsistent, and they need him to get better. And here's the thing. It's really good. He's reached base in 15 straight games. He is in one of these really good stretches offensively. When that cools off, though, and, hopefully you get Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter healthy if those guys start hitting. I mean, Leody's the one guy where you could maybe look and say, well, if he's not doing it defensively and he's not doing it off, do we need is he not an everyday player? So he's the one guy who, you could look at and say, the defense is, as long as that's really good, he's going to be in the lineup on a regular basis. So he's got to improve that defense for sure. And going back on balls has been the biggest challenge, but just general aggression is something they want to see out of him.
Jared, what's the riddle with the left-handed starting pitching that they're dealing with?
Golly, I brought us.
There's my better question for you.
No, we talked to Bruce Bochy about it, and he kind of was like, we're trying to figure it out. Obviously, you got some guys like Corey Seager who, again, in general, got off to a little bit of a slower start than what you're accustomed to. He was really good against lefties last year. You figure that's going to be an uptick. They missed Josh Young in that regard, right? You're not a good team. You're not a deep lineup if one guy's absence is going to totally derail your production. And we've talked about this. The Rangers' production collectively on the season is still top third in baseball, but Josh Young really helps them against lefties, and they need him back and healthy to step up against lefties. Adolis Garcia, he's been good against lefties. Not as powerful as we've seen in the past, but he's been getting the hits. Same with Marcus Semien, but they need someone else in the middle of the order to really step up against lefties. I don't know, Broadus. I mean, there have been signs that it's gotten better, but you just need it to be a little more consistent. And for whatever reason, this team has not been able to figure out lefties. And it's to the point now where if a team has a TBA in their rotation, or maybe they just want to, hey, you know what? We're going to bring in a spot starter this series because we want to give everyone a day off. Like if a team's in a stretch of 17 straight days with a game and they want to give their starters an extra day's rest. All right, hey, we're going to bring in a spot starter against the Rangers. So we're going to bring up a lefty from AAA because, hey, they struggle against lefties. This is a good matchup. I think you're going to start to see teams do that if the situation presents itself. And, that's going to give the Rangers plenty of opportunities to get out of this. But until they do, that's going to be a challenge they're going to have to overcome.
Jared Sandler here with us, brought to you by Uber Eats. It's our trip around the bases. We'll talk about what Chris Young told us a couple of hours ago about what he expects this pitching staff to become healthy and what is a good goal for the next 4 series as we wait for that day. It's coming up next right here. It's the G-Bag Nation with Sands on the Fan.
Brooks Eye Associates is about to give me the
Appreciate you. Welcome back, Nation. Hope you're having a good one. Segment's brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate today, carsforkids.org. We're talking with Sands here. He's brought to you by Blue Nail Roofing. And the segment's also presented by the Frankels. Life's unpredictable. Accidents happen. Franklin Frankel, the go-to attorneys for car and truck wrecks in DFW. If your loved one's been in an accident, contact the Frankels for a free consultation. 214 or 817-333-3333. Jump online to frankelfirm.com. Sands, we got you?
I'm here.
Okay, so other than this Angels series, which is next, or the one after it, I forgot, but you got some tough series coming up here with the Phillies and Twins.
Phillies are coming up, yeah.
So it's two really good teams in a row, then the Angels, then the Twins, who are playing well. How hard is it going to be to stay above water here? CY told us earlier he thinks 3 to 4 weeks at least the pitching staff will get healthy.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully so long as nothing really develops between now and then, right? I mean, it just seems like guys are dropping like flies. So as long as that's the case, But I'll tell you, the starting rotation's been really good. The bullpen is starting to feel some of the impact of it, though, because, take Jose Urena. He was a really valuable part of the bullpen. He's now part of the rotation. He's done a really nice job, but, that's one guy you now don't have in the bullpen. So, I mean, it's not going to be easy. And maybe it's not fair also to expect this rotation to keep performing at the level that it has, given, who's a part of it right now. But, it's going to be a challenge. And, we talked about that before the season, not realizing the injuries would pile up like this. But, get to the All-Star break in the mix and you feel pretty good about things. And, I know it's a lot more fun when you're kind of wire to wire in first place or right there. But, there's a chance the Rangers are going to, fall a couple games, 3-4 games out. But I think as long as you're right there, you're going to have plenty of opportunities with Seattle in the second half to play them head-to-head. But, the other thing, too, guys, is if this lineup, which, yes, collectively has performed, but if they can maybe be more consistent, then that's going to help the guys on the mound, too. So it's not going to be easy, but, at the same time, if you're going to compete for a division, if you're going to compete beyond that, it's tough to look at the schedule and file complaints or grievances with the caliber of the opponent. Because if you're a division-winning team, you're one of the best teams in baseball. And, I think this team last year approached those games and those challenges like that. And I think they have the same mentality this year that, they're not too worried about that. But you're right. The depth is absolutely getting tested, and it's getting tested early.
Jared, I don't think I've ever seen a defense play as well as the Rockies did yesterday.
That was incredible.
I mean, and to me, it seemed like the Rangers could have gotten some things together, could have gotten some hits, could have gotten some runs. Is that just bad luck, or is that just that the Rockies are that good defensively?
They're a good team defensively. They're not, the Rangers, I would say, are a better defensive team, although they did not perform as such in that series. The Rockies are a good defensive team, though. I mean, they have a Gold Glove winning center fielder. They got a third baseman.
Up the middle is good, too.
Yeah, they got a third baseman who, he's been a Gold Glove finalist. They got a second baseman who's won a Gold Glove. They got a shortstop who is exceptional defensively. I mean, they're a good defensive team. They're a really good defensive team. It is a strength of theirs. No matter how good you are, the plays they made, the collection of plays they made, and then also the significance. It's not like they were making great plays up 12 runs. They were making great plays in critical moments. 1-run game in the 8th, 2 diving plays, back-to-back balls up the middle, the Brenton Doyle catch off of Corey Seager. I mean, a number of really good plays. That was one of the better defensive games I think you'll see all year.
Jared, have you ever, when doing play-by-play, used the phrase dropping a deuce over the plate when describing a pitch?
What pitch would that be?
It'd be a nasty curve, I would say.
There you go. No, I just want to make sure you knew. Yeah, I have not, but maybe I'll consider it.
Do you feel like you would need to, afterwards provide some clarification for the listening audience as what you just described?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm still on the air 5 seconds after I say that, then yes, I think so. And that probably falls in the category if you have to explain the joke, it's probably not a good joke. But maybe I'll try it out. But what I'll do is I'll say, as the great Eric Chiafalo likes to say, so that way I can sort of credit you and also direct blame you.
Oh, it happened in Kansas City.
Yeah,
Kansas City did this. Their broadcasters dropped a deuce on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
And then
Which one?
They circled back.
They had to circle back and explain what dropping the deuce meant.
That's right. I believe it was on their television broadcast, Jared, but I might be. Maybe it was the radio, but I'm pretty confident it was their television broadcast.
So they mix up their TV and radio play-by-play guys. So I'll have to find out who that was and give them some crap.
Santa's in his bag.
Fastball's working, boys.
There we go.
My man's not tired.
Man, speaking of dropping deuces, did we get good news on Dane Dunning?
Well, so he's thrown, and that's a good sign. They all did. So all the injured guys, it's crazy. You can just kind of group all together. They all threw today. So Dane Dunning, I know played catch yesterday, and if that went well, he was going to throw today. He threw today. So, hopefully that went well, and then you might see him on a mound at some point later this week, perhaps, and start to build back up so that he can be ready to go.
Jared, appreciate you so much, man. Anything else about this baseball team we got to know before we let you go?
No, they need a win tonight, though. That'd be great.
That would be great. Yeah.
Must win.
Appreciate you, Jared.
Not must win.
Heard it here first.
Heard must win.
Let's get a 3-for-3 sweep.
Season over if they lose. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jared.
See you guys.
He is at Jared Sandler on X. He's previews 2 segments before every Rangers game here, at least when he joins us in the G-Bag Nation, brought to you by Blue Nail Roofing. A massive night of sport. I mean, you lost 3 in a row to a team that hadn't won back-to-back games all year. To me, that's a red flag, and looking at this schedule, so it's tense. I know these guys are always like, oh, it's no big deal, it's small sample size. Yeah, nobody likes losing 4 in a row, especially to one of the worst teams in baseball. These guys got to be hot. I would be fired up going into this game, and then of course Stars and Mavs tonight. Just legendary.
Let's go.
We got a chance to take a huge step towards punching your ticket to a double conference final springtime here in DFW. Okay, got a lot of business to take care of between now and then. Thanks so much to Lucius Alexander and the Pimp Cup at Master Control there, 4.5 hours. Carter Freeman coordinating your video. Wolchuk and Shia follow, and Brian Broaddus. I'm Gavin Dawson. Till tomorrow at 2, it'll be a Tuesday show. We'll have a Rangers player show for you in the 3:20 segment. You're going home with the G-Bag Nation. At ease.
Don't sweat a swing.